The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino is one of the most inspiring and uplifting books ever written. Matthew McConaughey claims he wouldn't be where he is now if Og Mandino's book hadn't found him in his time of need. The actor says this book is his all-time favorite. Don't be misled by the title. You don't have to work in sales to benefit from the book, although it's good to keep in mind that everyone is in sales one way or another. Maybe you don't hold the title of salesperson, but if the business you are in requires you to deal with people, you too are in sales. The author used the same 10 principles described in the book to turn his life around and transform himself from a drunk on the verge of a suicide to one of the most sought-after speakers in the country. At Read and Grow, we believe that books can change your life. Whatever your situation is, someone out there has gone through the same and shared the lessons in a book. Subscribe and join us on our quest to solve problems one book at a time. The story takes place in ancient Jerusalem. A camel boy named Hafid falls in love with the daughter of a very wealthy man and aspires to become a rich merchant in order to be able to marry the woman of his dreams. He goes to his master Pathros and asks to be taught the principles and laws that would transform him into a great salesman. Pathros agrees to take Hafid under his wing and teach him the principles of the 10 scrolls. To become a master in the art of sales and accumulate all the wealth he desires, he must learn and practice the secret of each scroll. Hafid is instructed to read each scroll 3 times a day for 30 days before he proceeds to the next scroll. The idea is that the more he reads the words in the scrolls and thinks about the principles, the more they will seep into his subconscious mind and change his actions, until each principle becomes a part of his personality and a habit in living. Scroll number 1 teaches about the power of habits. All grown men are slaves to their habits, and good habits are the key to all success. In order to drive a bad habit out of our life, we must replace it with one which will bring us closer to success. A new and good habit is born through constant repetition, because with time, the act becomes easy and pleasant to perform, and we perform it often. Scroll number 2 instructs us to greet every day with love in our hearts. Love is our weapon to open the hearts of men. Love is also a shield to repulse the arrows of hate and the spears of anger. If we have no other qualities, we can succeed with love alone. Without it, we will fail even if we possess all the knowledge and skills of the world. Scroll number 3 emphasizes the importance of persistence, of taking one step after another until we succeed. Small attempts, when repeated, can complete any undertaking. Each failure along the way increases the chance for success at the next attempt. This is the ancient law of averages. Scroll number 4 reveals that we are nature's greatest miracle. Each of us is unique in his gifts and different in the way he delivers them to the world. We are rare, and there's value in rarity. This is an asset that should be promoted to the fullest. We should place our uniqueness on display in the marketplace and stop attempting to imitate others. Scroll number 5 encourages us to live every day as if it is our last day, to stop obsessing about yesterday's misfortunes, and to cease tormenting ourselves with tomorrow's problems that may never come to pass. This day is all we have, and it should not be wasted. The duties of today should be fulfilled today, and the killers of time must be avoided with fury. Scroll number 6 points out that mastering our emotions must be a priority. Like the tides, our moods will rise and fall, turning from sadness to joy, from exultation to depression, from happiness to melancholy. For each day to be productive, despite our changing moods, we need to learn to master our emotions. The way to do it is by forcing our actions to control our thoughts, and not the other way around. When we feel depressed, we should sing. When we feel fear, we should plunge ahead. When we feel poverty, we should think of wealth to come. Scroll number 7 reminds us to laugh at the world and, most of all, at ourselves. We should never take ourselves too seriously, nor should we permit the petty happenings of today to disturb us for too long. There are 4 words that can carry us through every adversity and maintain our life in balance. These 4 words are, "This too shall pass." Scroll number 8 instructs us to multiply our value in the marketplace by setting a high standard by which to live, and then even higher goals for the future. We should always aim high and not be concerned if we stumble often, because that's part of the process. It's best to focus on surpassing our own deeds. The deeds of others are unimportant. Scroll number 9 stresses the importance of taking action. All our dreams, plans, and goals are worthless unless acted upon. It's better to act and fail than not to act and flounder. Now is the time and place to act. All procrastination is born out of fear. To conquer fear, we must always act without hesitation. Scroll number 10 reminds us of the power of faith and prayer. If we pray not for the delivery of the things we want, but for guidance, if we pray to be shown the way to acquire what we seek, our prayer shall always be answered. You can now proceed to listen to the first scroll and begin your journey to becoming the greatest salesman in the world.